Alright.
This is episode 6. Sorry about the coughing that had to clear my throat. Yes, I think this is episode 6. Got some frame rate issues, but that's alright. I finally written the character's biography. What a quick form of it. Let me see if I can load it up. There it is. The short form of it is that she's roughly about early 30s as far as age is concerned. Primary combat style is noticeably archery. Derp. She's a carpenter and a seamstress by trade. And her she is a MILF. But born in the coastal resort of Senchal in the southern Elsewhere Peninsula. Her mother was a tavern wench, which isn't exactly good. Let me go over here. And her father was one of those little sailors that just shows up and disappears again. Because being a coastal resort, it was also a port. So sailors would come by, would visit now and then after doing a trade run or what, or who knows what. Hit up the taverns, do who knows whatever. So yeah, she's basically the result of a customer having their way with her mum. Not a good thing. Well, that depends on how you look at it, I guess. But Senchal also had slums, so for the first few years of her life, she was living with her mother in these slums, just to make and go into the tavern to work just to make ends meet. And the city was still recovering from the Thracian plague, so that made things even worse. Once she got to about 5 years old, 6 years old, her mother dragged her off to the city of Rimmon, which was close to the border of Cyrodiil. The southwestern border of Cyrodiil, along that little strip that goes between Black Marsh and Elsewhere. You know where I'm talking about. And she was raised in around some seamstresses and carpenters. So she picked up some trade skills from that. And as she practiced it, she started going off on with caravans into the city of Leowin to sell things, at least outside the city walls, because the locals, for the most part, didn't trust Khajiit because, for one, Khajiit were indebted to the Altmer for helping them with the Thracian plague, and the rest of the distrust is because of the tendency of Khajiit to peddle skooma and be thieves. But for the most part, she peddled her wares, which was carpentry and clothing. It kept her fairly comfortable for a little while. When she got to around adulthood, between 17 and 18, a trader from Riverhold showed up with interest in her work, because apparently it gets around a little bit, or at least pieces of her work does. And he spent a little bit of time appraising her work, both the current ongoing projects and the completed stuff waiting to be sold. And during one night of a celebration over a particularly successful sale, the two of them got a little bit too inebriated and personally entangled. They both blamed the amount of moon sugar that was put into their ale. and were a little bit objectionable about that. So they weren't entirely too friendly with each other during a set of 8 months. But the end result of that was Anurri having twin boys of her own. And with her mother's blessing, she moved to Riverhold in order to get the father to quote-unquote man up, which wasn't hard to do. She then lived in Riverhold for the next 14 years, teaching her craft to her 2 sons. And this went on until just a couple of nights before the events in the intro. She was asked to head up to Braville to conduct some trade negotiations, and she had a bad feeling about it. It was sort of a mother's instinct that something didn't feel right, because the air was noticeably, at least to her, moodier and darker. So she asked her sons to stay home. Side tip, she usually took them with her on these trade trips so they could learn how to be merchants and so on and so forth. But anyway, she left them at home and went to Braville by herself. The trade negotiations did not go very well. She got the item sold, but not for the amount she was looking for. In fact, she got a little bit less than what she hoped. About maybe a quarter less than what she was asking for. Haggling. And she was heading back to the inn to sleep the night before returning to elsewhere. Well, on the way to the inn, she got ambushed by at least 4 worm cultists. After a very brief fight, because she was practically unarmed, they knocked her on her butt, unconscious, and dragged her off. When she came to, she was in a prison cell. She couldn't tell exactly where she was, but she heard low groans and moans of other prisoners nearby, and cursory inspection showed that she was relieved of her possessions, and the only thing she had on her was prisoner rags of burlap. Her hands were clapped in irons behind, in front of her. Her legs were in chains, or well, her ankles were in chains, and she had a spiked iron collar around her neck, which everyone else in the cell had. She was already kind of panicked by this point. She tried to take and look for a window, but didn't see any in the cell, just more prisoners. Her search was interrupted by armed guards entering the cell through the main door. And these guards picked up some prisoners, including her, hauled them to their feet, connected their collars with chains, and started dragging them off. As she was led through the stone halls, she managed to find a window and saw what she thought was the Imperial city and its white gold tower. Her vision was a bit blurry because she did take a pretty good hit to the head, so she couldn't tell exactly how far away the city was. It could have been miles away, and she was only seeing the faint outline. It could have been like right up close. The blow to her head kind of messed up her vision. But it was a very brief look. The last thing she saw of the outside world pretty much was through that one window. From there, she was dragged down the steps into an underground ritualistic altar room, and was forced to watch every prisoner in front of her get put on the altar, held down, and stabbed in the chest, right in the heart, until it was eventually her turn. Now, at this point, she was pretty much panicked, and as much as she struggled, the worm cultists were holding her fast to the altar. And the last thing she remembers seeing as a living person was the knife plunging right into her chest and seeing it embedded there with Manamarco's hand on it. As a spirit, however, the next few seconds were a blur. She saw her own body sat half up, gurgling a scream with a little bit of blood coming out of her mouth. She saw her body collapse backwards, the knife get removed, again with, well, the typical blood pouring from the new wound. And the soul gem, which Manamarco was holding, it practically ripped her from her body, sucked her up, and sent her into this blue-white tunnel, where she finally got to see the face of Molag Bal, and from there she woke up inside Cold Harbor, pretty much in an absolute terrified panic. And that's when she met the Prophet. So, yeah. I spent enough time sitting here yapping. I've posted a link to the backstory in more detail on the first video of this series. But let's get on to the playing, shall we? One thing to note though, when she woke up in Cold Harbor, she could barely remember anything of what her life used to be. All she could recall clearly was her own name, and a sense that she belonged somewhere, that she had something important to do, left something important to her behind. Her kids. And that for some reason there was a large chunk missing from her life, or what she remembered of it. All she had left of her life was nagging feelings of things that should be, things that just plain weren't right, and so on, like passing instincts. She only remembered her own name, her behavioral patterns remained the same, but her memories were pretty much gone. So she ends up finding herself doing things she normally wouldn't do otherwise, like this here. So let's get on with it.
The vault is open. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Mother will stay here while we're down in the vault. I will fulfill my destiny.
Oh, please come back.
We'll only be down there for a moment, and when I emerge with the helm, I'll be a powerful Rilis warrior. I'll be able to keep her safe for the rest of our lives.
Alright. What are these guys doing? Harassing this horse? Oh. Don't you like it when you get lag like that? Oh, why did I pick up homespun? Which, I don't deal with light armor. Well, whatever. Oh, that's from that guy. Okay. I've made some changes to my skills, just very minor ones. I have, oops. I have morphed these scatter shot into magnum shot. I have purchased the morph for dual slash, so now I've got blood craze, and I've also added flurry to my bar. I still haven't. I've only got 2 skill points left, and they don't grow on trees, so I'm holding on to them. Alright, there we go. I am waiting until I get a skill, a certain skill. Which one was it? No, it's not that. Not that. I'm waiting until this gets to level 30. I think that's what I'm looking for. Rank 30? Not that. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Because I want to get siphoning strikes. I don't have any messages.
Protect me! I'll return the favor once I have my helm.
You sound kind of wimpy at the moment, dude.
Wretched child, leave this place!
Leave me. I'm Rilis, and I'm here for what is rightfully mine.
King Lord Rilis the 11th.
As you wish, bastard! Guards, take him!
No, stop them!
Oh. Oh, this is not gonna go well. Keep an eye on my health. This is not gonna go well, otherwise. Yeah, I told you so. Too much lag from recording. Why can't fraps and this thing work nice together? Moreover, why can't I interact with anything while I'm still glowing blue like that? I have some complaints about death in this game because it really, really makes repair a pain in the ass. At least in terms of financial cost. Now, you're not supposed to be dying that often, but when you're recording for Let's Plays, at least on my computer, it tends to cause a bit of a performance drop. So let me look over here. Is it using a single core? I have no idea, but it looks like it is. I'm going to have to change that setting back and just deal with the
Good, let's move on.
let's see what I've got here. This is supposed to take and heal me.
Rilis has ruled here for centuries. How has that warped, twisted our souls?
Yeah.
Stop with your whining. It's my destiny to claim my birthright.
Stop your whining? Dude, you have no idea
Your
what
quest ends here, bastard!
Okay, I see.
Ancestors, help! Protect me!
Mage. I was in the circle.
We're almost there. I can feel the power in the air.
Huh. I might as well take him apart. I could use the jute.
There, the helm! It is mine! All mine!
And this is the bad part. I'm gonna have to fight more, aren't I? Yeah, I'm gonna watch him from here. What was that?
What's happening to me? Help me! Help! I am a Rilis!
We warned you, tried to stop you. Only those with pure blood can master the helm.
Welcome to the family, slave.
Not a slave. I'm a Rilis. I'm one of you.
What the moo? Werewolf, huh? I could swear I hit him. And down, boy. What, I don't get to loot you? Come on, I wanted to loot you. How long was it? Where's the stairs? Where's the stairs? Oh, there they are.
I convinced my brother to wear the helm, and then led the mob who killed him.
That's troubling. Is that a lore book? Oh, these are data books. Maybe there's a chest in here somewhere. Alright, so far no, there isn't. Okay, that's enough running. How am I doing on 102 left? Oh, I shouldn't complain too much about death, but I still hate it a lot. Because it makes
Mother wore the
gear
helm after
expensive.
father died. We never found her body.
Something about his mother died and not finding the body? I should really pay more attention to those,
I wore the helm at the Battle of 10 Mars. I slew my son with my bare hands.
to those, yes. There should be one more.
Uncle hid the helm from me for years. I ripped his throat out on my birthday. The helm is our power source, and our curse. Only a true son of Rilis can wear the helm. Now, be gone!
Yeah. Alright, we're back outside. Yeah, okay, we're gonna do that. Alright. Hello. Oh, wait. Oh, right.
The guards are quiet again. Something's happened. Where's my son? Where's
Sorry.
Sorendil?
Well, I have to apologize. He's kind of... he had to be, I guess the word is euthanized.
Gone? How? What happened down there?
I can't lie. He was over... The helm had a curse on it, and it overpowered him. In fact, it kind of turned him into a werewolf.
You did what you could. I somehow knew it would end this way. Thank you for listening to a mother's plea. I'd like to be alone now.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? Heavy armor. At least I get something to help with the cost of the bloody repairs that I need to do. Yeah, look at that. Now, I still need to do a quest. And I intend to. Get out of the way. Wow, look at that glitchy stutteriness. I guess if I do it this way, I'm fine. But why? Okay, let's turn off some fancy stuff. Okay, that can go. It's gonna look uglier, but at least I'll get a constant, no, almost constant frame rate. La 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 la. Time to go repair. There's a merchant around here. Whee! That was funny. Anyway, I'll pop back into the episode once I get everything squared away. Alright, so I've gotten almost everything squared away. I invested some points into another point into Magicka, but I haven't seen it do any major effect change on Impale or Teleport Strike. Not sure what is going on there. But if it changed anything, it changed its cost, and now it's a little more expensive to use, and that's... ugh. I also found, on the way back, a new sword. It's part of a set, apparently. As you couldn't tell because of the way that tooltip looks. So I get a little bit more crit out of my sheet now. Let's see, critical 16%. See, if they're about the same now. My dual wield is more powerful, but that's not normal. Moving on. Turning in a quest.
Did you do as you promised? Do my children know peace?
Yeah, you could have gone by yourself, but I don't blame you for wanting someone else to do it. It was a little dangerous getting up to some of those spots. It's done.
Auriel, bless and keep you, traveler. You have no idea how much this means to an old woman. Now I can find peace myself. I'll be with my baby soon. It's been so long since I've seen their faces.
What? What? You're gonna jump off with that, aren't you? Aren't you? I hope you're not planning to jump off with that thing. That's just suicidal. You should see a shrink, seriously. What? Okay, I think I was talking to a ghost this entire time. Alrighty then. I bet I've got to go to the banished cells. Banished cells. Prison cells. Gotta go up north again. Well, we're done. We've done bits and bobs. We got new gear. We did a little bit of skill investment. A little bit. I need to confirm things, but I'm ready to take and do the banished cells now. Which, by the way, I won't be recording, because that takes a while, and I don't have a lot of hard drive space. So, I might change my mind if I can get the drive space for it, but for at the moment, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to record that. So, sorry. However, that's the end of this episode. I hope this has been somewhat entertaining. If you at least like the gameplay, pop a like. If you don't like it, leave a comment on a polite comment, if you don't mind, on what you think needs to be improved. And please don't say just get another person to play the game, because it's me, it's my voice, can't change it, sorry. Bye. So see you next episode.